Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of Bringing Basketball. So there's a lot to talk about. There were 4 games last night. It was the second night of the playoffs. I recorded a video for the first, but it was really bad. So this is gonna be my first video. So I want to talk about them in order because it's the next morning. Because I just did not have the energy to record a video at 2 in the morning. So the first game of the day was Lakers versus the Grizzlies. So this was a great game until like the last 5 minutes. The Lakers won by like 16 points. But the name of the game was really just, first of all, Anthony Davis got up just crazy. Also, if you hear dogs, I have 7, so yeah. So Anthony Davis started going crazy from the beginning. The Grizzlies could not stop him in the first half. And Jaren Jackson also had a really good first half, but they both really slowed down in the second half. It was a close game, like both teams were just going back and forth until the second half. Rui Hachimura and Austin Reeves just went nuts, which that's what you have to do in a playoff series. You have to have the others step up. So they're X factors, so they stepped up, scored, I think, a combined like 52 points, which they're not going to do that again in this series. I can confidently say that. But when you're putting all your pressure on LeBron and Anthony Davis, you need those other people to step up. And at the beginning of the season, the Lakers didn't really have those others to step up. They had Austin Reeves, but that was it. Okay, so yeah, that's really all I have to say about that. The Grizzlies gave up at the end. It was kind of like sad to watch. Like at the end of the game, they did not score in the last like 6 minutes, which like that does not happen. Like I don't know how you let that happen. The Grizzlies gave up. I honestly, also Ja got hurt. I didn't mention that. So I don't know what they do going forward because it was a really bad loss. And I don't know if they can win this series based on how they gave up at the end. So the next game was the Bucks versus the Heat. And I was incredibly disappointed with this game. So I have the Heat winning the entire championship. And Giannis went down in the first quarter and didn't play the rest of the game. Tyler Hero went out in the second quarter, broke his hand, didn't play the rest of the game. So that game was not a fair testament to how the rest of the series is going to go. MRIs with Giannis came back and he's all fine. So he'll be there probably for game 2, if not definitely game 3. So I think Miami won they won the game fair. Jimmy had an insane game, but Chris Middleton also played good, which I think Milwaukee fans should be happy about. But without Giannis, Giannis is the best player on that team and in the world. Like he's the best player. So without him, your team takes a really big hit. So Miami's up 1-0, but I still Bucks in 5. Next up was the best game so far in these playoffs. Clippers versus Suns. So this game was insane. Starting off early, it was just like Kevin Durant could not buy a shot in the first quarter. Like he genuinely had 0 points in the first quarter. Russell Westbrook was clamping him. He had a block from behind, a steal from behind. Like Russell Westbrook was doing his thing on Kevin Durant. And that was all game long. Russell Westbrook defended like I've never seen Russell Westbrook defend before. Like it was just insane. His defense, he was 3 for 19 on offense, which is one of the worst shooting games I think I've ever seen in a playoff game. But it was the best 3 for 19 game you will ever see in your life. Because if he wasn't on the team, they don't win that game, even though he shot that bad. Kawhi shot the skin off the ball. Like, he could not miss. He had, 38. Like, he's back. Kawhi never left. People were acting like, oh, he's not top 10 anymore. Yeah, he is. Like, watch that game and tell me he's not top 10. Devin Booker just became, like, an insane defender last night. Like, 4 blocks, 4 steals. Like, all night long was, like, diving out of bounds, like, getting loose balls, like, clamping. Like, when did this happen? Like, Devin Booker was not like that, like, ever. So, and neither was Russell Westbrook. Like, that game was weird. If you told me the 2 best defenders in a basketball game that had, like, Chris Paul, Kawhi, even Kevin Durant, that the 2 best would be Devin Booker and Russell Westbrook, I would say you're tripping. But no. Like, they were actually the best. Like, completely. It came down to the end. Russell Westbrook had an insane block on Devin Booker, which the block in itself wasn't insane. It was just like a normal block. But then he dived out of bounds, threw it off of D-Book's legs, and gave the Clippers the ball back, which was just nuts. And also, the other thing, Russell Westbrook had 5 offensive rebounds, which, like, even the best offensive rebounders don't get, like, even, like, 4 per game. So a point guard got you 5 offensive rebounds, 3 in the fourth quarter in a playoff game, including, like, incredibly clutch offensive rebounds. Like, they needed them. So, yeah, Russell Westbrook, which I did not like Russell Westbrook. I could not watch Lakers games for much of the season because he was on the team. But on the Clippers, I really enjoy him. He's been very impactful. So the last game of the day is the Nuggets. Nuggets versus Timberwolves. This game was just, like, terrible. Like, I did not enjoy watching it. It was just Jokic. Like, it felt like Jokic just beating up on, like, an AAU team. Like, and an AAU team that, like, has clear chemistry issues, because that's what they do. Like, Jokic just got out early, had 13, 10, and 6. 13, 10, and 6 at halftime. And I was like, okay. And then he ended the game with 13 points, so he did not score in the second half, and they still won by, like, 30. Like, it didn't matter. He didn't have to even take a shot in the second half. Kyle Anderson continues his temper tantrums and decided to just punch some random dude in the face. Like, the most random guy or not punch him in the face, but he, like, elbowed him, like, sort of near the face. It was funny because Rudy Gobert, like, was pushing Kyle Anderson, like, away, like, what are you doing? I thought they were going to fight again. I honestly probably would have made the game more interesting. Yeah, Kyle Anderson got a flagrant for that, which he should. But he did apologize, but even still, like, get him off the team. Like, he needs to be gone. This is the second fight in a week. Like, it's crazy. Michael Porter Jr. just continues to be the funniest player in the entire league. Like, he had, like, 1 assist, I think, which is, like, what he averages. But, like, he is the definition of, oh, I've not ever in my life seen a bad shot. Like, he will just shoot anything. Like, if he has the ball and can see the hoop, he's shooting it, like, anywhere. And he, like, makes it too. Like, he'll just, like, catch it and just, like, fade 3, just make it. I'm trying to think I don't really have any other thoughts. It was overall a really fun day. I watched every single game start to finish. It was really fun. If I miss something, it's the next morning. So, like, that's bound to happen. But I'm going to do these in the morning before school because then I'm, like, dressed and presentable. And I can also, like, have a little bit of energy. So, yeah, thank you for watching my first episode. And like, subscribe. I don't really expect this to get a lot of views, but yeah, bye.